Hello and welcome to Gary and Wyatt at the Skidema, adult film reviews for the discerning pornographic connoisseur. I'm Gary Mueller.
And I'm Wyatt White. So, Gary, how was your weekend?
Oh, so, just taking mom in and out of hospice each day. I did get to try that new White Castle Express by the Walmart, and I have to say, fantastic. I give it my full endorsement. Love those sliders.
I don't eat fast food, so.
Well, that's great for you, Magnum. Now on to today's sponsors we'd like to thank. Skip's Pest Control and Wedding Emporium.
McMurtry and Titlebound, penis enlargement lawyers.
And as always, we are unclear as to why they choose to, but we are for some reason sponsored by NAMBLA.
They are very generous sponsors, but reprehensible people.
Now on to today's film.
Summer's Blossom
Is the latest and sadly last picture to star the brilliant Honey Cummings, playing a naive young nun raised in seclusion who has never so much as met a man, but once she does, oh boy, the unbridled slam fucking begins. And while this isn't an out-and-out sock ruiner like we've come to expect from the gang over there at Pink Diamond Pictures, it is a nuanced swan song for such a beautiful, if troubled, dong wrangler. I give this my full pants down.
You know, I agree. It's tragic to think that we won't see Honey Cummings perform in another movie, at least not alive in one.
But now we are legally obligated to inform our viewers that sex with a dead body is punishable with up to 10 years in prison. And filming it is just in very poor taste.
It's not worth ruining your life over. Trust me.
Back to the film. As much as I really enjoyed it, one thing that did confuse me was the director's decision to try and shoot around Honey Cummings after her death.
Right, like in that scene where Bo Deepwood is just out and out sticking it to a woman who happens to be conveniently hidden by a potted plant.
Oh, I got so sick of that plant! And the grandfather clock, and the beach ball, and the dog crate, and that cello. Whatever they're hiding her behind.
I mean, any John Q masturbator worth his salt will be able to tell you that the vagina in question does not belong to Honey Cummings. And you know what? That's fine. I was willing to suspend my disbelief.
You know, pornographers are some of the most creative people on the planet.
Absolutely, yeah.
You expect more.
How about the cathedral orgy?
Oh. Knowing it was the last one she filmed before her overdose or murder gave it so much more meaning. Her 49-minute filleting of Lyle Stuffins just had so much depth, so much feeling. I'll admit I choked up a little bit.
I was fortunate I had a few tissues on hand. Our next film is Summer's Awakening, not to be confused with Summer's Blossom.
Oh, these films always come out at the same time. Again, like with Dante's Peak or Volcano.
And Armageddon It On and Deep Throat Impact?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you what. The newest release from Classy Angel Video, Summer's Awakening, is ironically titled because no one could be expected to stay awake, much less erect for it. Summer Rose goes through a predictable sexified romp on her uncle's farm, and instead of a scrotum-rattling jizzfest worthy of auteur Wally Chapman, we get uninspired sausage swallowing, phoned-in rib jobs, and the most painfully awkward goo gargling sequence. And when you expect that Chapman turnaround that made Chap in Your Ass Volume 17 such a delight, it never comes. And neither will you. This gets a solid pants up for me.
Solid pants up for me as well. You know, Summer's Awakening was the most joyless, dreadful, charmless orgasm I've had all year.
Ditto.
I was insulted to see these farm workers portrayed as these hayseed dimwits who can't tell a sweet piece of tang from a hog's ear.
Oh, how about that silo fucking scene?
Every farmer knows the silo is the most dangerous place to do anything on the farm, let alone a primal, musky bangfest. If you have sex in a silo, aside from the obvious threat of suffocation, you're exposing yourself to a whole host of grain diseases. Any junior 4-H'er could tell you that.
You know, I tell you, it's just so sad that a deviant filthmonger, and I mean that in a good way, like Chapman would attach his name to such sleazy trash in a bad way.
Apparently, we're in agreement.
Wow. Huh. So, why don't you like fast food?
Oh, here we go again. Well, the first time was for Lent.
Oh, yeah, that's bullshit. You're not even
It
Catholic.
was such a small sacrifice compared to what he
Church
did.
of Scientology?
Oh, come on. You're bringing that up.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Well, that does it for today. Tune in next week where we review Skylar Cherry's House of Wang.
The Unjizzable Man.
And the controversial new Diddler's List, Holocaust. Till next time, I'm Gary Mueller, reminding you only you can make the future wheelchair accessible.
And I'm Wyatt White. Shake it, but don't break it.